Hi guys, I'm going to show you Deepin UOS version 20. Now this is a more recent update I found on Reddit. Now this does not actually have a license. I had to go through the activator and click 90 days. Basically it's a free trial. So if you go here, this is the first thing you'll see. And if you click on activator, it's going to say unactivated. You'll have an option to do a 90-day trial, which is what I'm doing. Now this is for enterprise, so this is for more people who want to use it on more than one computer as a professional use scenario. But I think US will fit that need. I hope people will use this in China rather than using Windows or Mac OS because this could skyrocket the Linux market share. Okay, so I'm going to show you around. The control center is vastly different from version 15. I'm going to go to accounts and I'm going to go down through the list so you can kind of see the difference is in version 15 to this one. So we have cloud account, display. So there are different options. You have your default applications, which allows you to change based on these categories. Personalization, which you can do lights, auto. Now auto is based on your day and night, so that will change according to your time. And dark. So you also have accent colors. So I have more of this like blue look. You can change whatever you want. Icon theme, there are a lot of different ones. This is Bloom Dark, and there's Classic Dark and Classic and Bloom, and etc. You can add your own. Cursor themes, fonts. You can also adjust that. Your network. There is sound and sound effects. So the nice thing about the sound effects is you can turn off what you don't want to hear. A lot of people in version 15 said, I wish I didn't have to hear this. Well, now in version 20, you can adjust that to your needs. Advanced and microphone. Date and time, power, mouse settings, keyboard, and your update, which is all very straightforward. Now, there's also calendar, which I think is really nice looking. Over here we have your clock, which you also can click on it to show the calendar. This has a digital AI assistant, which I don't know Chinese, so I can't do much. Now I can type. I thought you can type. Let me see if I can click on it. All right, so I'm going to type in hello in English, but I don't know Chinese, so it may.
你好呀，很高兴认识你。
All right, so it said something. So if I don't know if you can type in something and it'll open up something, but I think that's really neat. Oh, that's really cool. Notification center. So this is very similar to Mac OS. That's really neat. They kind of took that off of version 15. This is the battery. It goes there. Sound. Let's see, sound. That's pretty cool. Sounds pretty basic. Activator, of course. So this is your new launcher icon. I think it looks really elegant looking. Really simple and know where it's at. So this is the same old Windows-like menu. I was really hoping that Deepin would have chose a more traditional menu inspired by Windows 7. For all those people who had to leave to go to Windows 10, basically because of Windows 7 no longer getting support, it would be awesome instead of all this crap on your menu that you could go into your categories and say, hey, I want this as my favorite. So I right click and add to favorites, and it would go here first. Or I know you can drag it here, but I think a favorites option would be neat. So I'm going to show you the file manager, new icons, of course. There is also you can do multiple selections. Also, you can copy, share folder, create a link, send to desktop, open in terminal, compress, and properties. Also, there's different views, including sort of your macOS style. It kind of shows you. There is settings, basically the same settings from version 15, so not much to show here. The only thing they really did was revamp the icons and the way things are controlled within this. So you can also search in directories and stuff like that. There's a contacts. I tried that, didn't work. Music's pretty much the same. Now the App Store actually does work in this version, in this one that I got from Reddit, and it actually has programs that are up to date, which I didn't think it was going to work. I thought, oh, these are going to be all out of date. But they are working on updating all the programs. I tried looking at Firefox, and it was like version 71. That may or may not be up to date, but it's more recent than what they have in version 15. So I think they are updating. This is not in English, of course, but I think within the official release in March for us, not the enterprise, we will get the option for English in the App Store. I'm going to change this to the fashion mode. Now the fashion mode looks a lot different from when I looked at it before. There's sort of a shadow around it, and there's also less space. There used to be a lot of space. Now it's a little bit of minimal space, so it looks very similar to how Mac OS does their spacing. I think that's a good option, so that there's not like this huge amount of space. You can also pin things, same thing within like a dock. You've got the view here, so you can, so there is multiple virtual desktops. You can show desktop and also the different layout, which is still here. So same as Deepin version 15, and you can do that. The other thing I have noticed is there's voice notes, create a notebook. Let's see what else. There is Control Center. We've seen that. We've seen that. The printer manager looks really good. The interface, I think it might be the same, but the interface looks better. The package installer. This is really cool. Device manager. Now I will type in my password. Now when I type in my password, you will see that it will show all the information about my computer in a really nice layout. That could be from your mouse, from your Bluetooth, from your audio adapter. So it really shows you lots of information. There's also this new log viewer, which is cool. So it's basically about your system. There's a calculator. Looks a little different. I'd say it looks more rounded. Download manager, so you can assign a browser to go to this. So when you download something, it goes into the download manager. So I don't know if it does torrents, but it could. I don't know. I think it may do torrents, but it may not. Sometimes download managers do torrents, but this may not do a torrent. So you'd have to download, a torrent program or client. And so we have draw, Deepin reader. So let's click on that. It says drag PDF file. So that looks like it's kind of like an ebook reader. So that's something new. Editor. See what the editor looks like for you programmers. Looks really nice. I can type in something. Let's type in, and yep, works. This is their browser. I don't like their browser. I'll show it anyways. Their browser just makes no sense to me. It's like, why do I need this when Firefox and there's Chrome? I guess it is going to be for people in China. Makes more sense for them to de-Google stuff. So we also have Terminal, Thunderbird, basic stuff here. Font Manager. So we already saw all this good stuff. So yeah, I definitely think that UOS is going to make, or basically Deepin version 20 is going to make a big impact. I'm not going to say it's going to change Linux. It's going to make Linux super popular, but if more people in China are using this distro and not using Windows and not using Mac OS, this will increase the Linux market share. I hope it increases it enough to where people are going to start realizing, hey, Linux is a viable option. I mean, I already see people doing that now, but UOS or Deepin, I think, could make a big impact on the Linux community in a beneficial way. I hope that maybe they can get Manjaro to work with them. It'd be nice on Arch. So pretty much this is it. I just wanted to show you a quick view of this. I think that this is a really nice distro, and this is the Enterprise Edition. So you would have to pay. That's why it requires a license. But the free version of Deepin version 20 is for us Linux users, for people who don't need. It's just for our needs, not for a company. So that's about it. I will be making another video, hopefully. I'm trying to make a Linux series of different types of distros. This was one of them. I do like Deepin. I think Deepin's really nice. And I hope to have you guys subscribe, leave a comment and a like. And if you have any suggestions for any distros that you want me to review, leave a comment down below. Thank you.